Out at the range today, got the Tisas. Is that how you say that? Tisas?
Tisas.
It's something. It's Tisas. Man, I don't know. I'm going to say what I want to say.
That's right.
Night Stalker, 10 millimeter. The last Tisas that we had was a 10 millimeter also that had the G10 grips on it. I actually really like the gun, and as I said in the tabletop in one of the shorts that we done, wasn't really sure why I sold the gun. If I'm being honest, if I can just be honest, it was probably because of the name, probably a stigma surrounding a cheaper gun. But it actually was a good gun. It actually performed well right out of the box. We have people tell us all the time because they want to, let me tell you something that you don't know. They comment on the channel all the time and tell us what we don't know, right? They say, oh, every manufacturer 1911 says there's 200 break-in period, blah, blah, blah. Almost every 1911 I've ever owned, I did not experience that except for with a Kimber, and it was more like 500 rounds, and then it was a maybe. You know what I'm saying? But I did not experience that with the last Night Stalker that we had.
Was it a Night Stalker?
I enjoyed it. I really like the look of this. I like the aluminum grip profiles on here. My wife said that she would put some of the colorful G10 grips on there, that she likes that better. But I'm kind of digging this whole dark Night Stalker. I mean, you can't put colorful grips on a Night Stalker. You know
you can't really stalk at night with colorful grips.
Right. Got the front strap checkering, the rear checkering. Way to go, Springfield. As I said, can't really seem to pull that off. Does have the pick rail up here. The slide is vented. Does have a night sight. Does have a flared mag well. I mean, come on now. If Sig Sauer or Kimber or somebody was making this rifle or this pistol with this many options, definitely, without question, is going to be a $1,500, $1,600, $1,700 pistol. So I'm really looking forward to this. We have not put a single round through this gun, not one. It's raining out here. It's about 34 degrees. So this is real world right here.
Oh yeah.
I mean, y'all getting the real world tactile stuff. Let me get another magazine here. First round, we're gonna move up to about 10 yards. We're gonna shoot at the polar bear steel down there. And I'm hoping everything goes off without a hitch, because I'm telling you, I'm probably going to carry this gun. I'd say I'd want to see it with a stainless steel barrel, but then again, the Night Stalker thing.
I really like the aesthetics of that gun.
You got to go with the Night Stalker. You know, they stay consistent with the night of stalking.
Yeah, stalking at night.
Right. Exactly. You got the orange front night sight. I mean, come on. I hope this thing does well, and I hope it's accurate. And I hope that it handles the recoil better than them polymer frames we've been shooting. Ooh, man, that's been stinging a little bit, Hat.
Punisher.
So, low left. Mostly left, a little bit low. Can only attribute that to me and anticipating recoil. Let me see if I can iron that out a little bit.
You left a lot of pink.
I did, didn't I?
You did.
A lot of pink on the polar bear paw. But there was no malfunctions. We didn't have a 200 round break-in in order to get through a magazine. It's
right.
fine. I mean,
sure.
Get out of it. Definitely got some pink on that.
Yeah.
And you know, admittedly, I don't know if you could tell from the recoil pattern there. We've got just a whole thing of it. I don't know what the heck all's going on there. Ball, flat nose. So I don't know if you noticed that some of them seemed hotter than other rounds. We're gonna put these other 3 mags through here. They came out of, I don't know what they came out of. It came out of something.
But they're going into a tack pouch is what they're going into.
That's right, that's right. Yeah, I got the tactile 511 going on here. So since I didn't really get a whole lot of the white polar bear there, I'm gonna try to stay on this target and try to clean that up a little bit. I will say this, that as I mentioned in the tabletop, it's got this real, I don't know what you call it, kind of like a Springfield, like the Echelon. It's a real
U-notch.
It's tight. It is very tight. And that front dot literally fills the entire void of that rear notch right there. And that's not typically the case. It's taken me a minute to figure out the sights on the thing. It's a little bit more difficult, if you will, for me to pick it up. I'd be interested to see what Trey thinks about it, but maybe if that little U notch there, that U whatever, had a little bit of white on it, it might be better. But let's see if we can't reel it in a little bit and get a little bit more on the accuracy. Better than the polymer frames that we've been shooting. That magazine went way up in there. I mean, you know, the grouping is good, that's for sure. I'll put this one back in my tack pouch instead of dropping it on the ground. I've just got my mind set on getting rid of that pink. I'll tell you what, it's a heck of a lot more fun to shoot than the polymers we were shooting.
Do those flat surface grips, do you think that affects anything?
Well, it's definitely not as, it's slick, it's definitely not as grippy. I feel like maybe if it was a G10, I was going to wait and let you see what you thought, if it affected anything. Usually for me, if the front and the back is checkered well, which it is,
that's sufficient.
I usually, but I tell you, man, it's been way more fun to shoot than them polymers have been. Trey's gonna do good with it, I really do.
I hope so.
A heck of a group. I'm gonna wait and shoot it some more at the end before I really wrap up what I think about it, but I can tell you right now it's difficult so far for me to contain my excitement. We put, what are these, 8-round or 7-round? I think these are 8-round mags, maybe 9. I'll have to check on that. Again, go back, look at the tabletop. We're gonna load them up right quick and I'll tell you if they're 8 or 9. But let's assume they're all 8-round mags. That one might be 7, I'm not totally sure. So 3, 4, 5 times 8, what is that, 40?
40.
So 40 rounds so far, straight out of the box, uncleaned. You saw the first shots. Only 1 or 2 came off of that 8-inch target down there. Very good grouping. The little bit low left was probably me still trying to figure it out, but I 100% feel confident that if I stayed out here and shot this gun, that I would reel it in and it'd be super accurate. I'm already excited about it. Gonna have me a carry option. Let's get loaded up and let Trey shoot. So the magazines are 8-round.
The Night Stalker. I see what you're saying about that sight.
So we figured that out. 8 rounds in the mags. Got 40 through it so far. Gonna see what Trey thinks.
I'm gonna go for the Miami Night, the Black Bear.
The Miami Night Black Bear. He already wants it.
My fingers. I'm not gonna say anything. People are gonna make fun of our manhood.
What's a good thing about having two people on one channel, you get two different perspectives. I mean, you don't get that on too many channels.
You want to sell me this thing?
Huh?
You want to sell me this thing?
Anytime that Trey shoots well with something, I mean, even if he's got some gripe about it in any way, if he hits target, man, he's ready to roll. Let me get it. What's up?
I really like this gun. I mean, when I first saw this gun, I was very skeptical of the ability to get a grip on it. With it being a 10mm, it's one of the first things I think about is how well am I going to be able to get a good firm purchase on it. If it has good stippling, if it has good grip, super easy for me to, you know, convince myself it'll be able to happen easy rather. But
and what you really don't know is that, so right now today you can go on a PSA's website, you could buy this for $529.99 plus tax. So I went in to the store, picked it up, it's $529. Know one of the guys in there, buy a lot of stuff there. Gave my wife a first responder discount. So with tax, everything out the door was like $484 or something. I mean, dude, that's what's got me the most excited about it.
That's like you said, $1,000 less than if SIG or Springfield would have made the same gun.
With features that, you know, sometimes you don't see on those guns, you know, especially the front strap checkering. That's a big deal for me.
And a beautiful finish. Like,
you would think that amazing. On a $400 or $500 gun, the finish would be less than adequate, but it really seems to be done well. I mean, time will tell, I guess.
I'm kind of in awe of it, if I'm just being honest with you.
Tell me that thing just ain't stupid accurate for a 10mm.
That is just beautiful. I will say this, like, I don't know if you guys can see this in the camera or not, but this paneling is moving a little bit. It's got a little bit of wobble in it. I noticed it whenever I was getting a firm grip and purchase.
That happens to a lot of my 1911s. Yep. I end up having to take them off and put a little Loctite on them and reinstall them.
Right. Man, I love this gun. This is a nice gun. For the price you pay, you're not going to find anything else like this. Not unless you're getting something wholesale at Springfield. I don't know if you guys can tell the audible difference of grain in each of these bullets we're shooting. Some feels like I'm shooting a 9. Next round, 450.
It's a smorgasbord, that's for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's all kinds of stuff going on in there. I don't know what all 10mm. I put them all in the same box.
But no failures whatsoever.
None.
From anything we've been shooting.
So what do we have, 80 through it after you get these in?
80 through this, yes sir.
80 rounds, so much for your 200 round break-in.
You don't have to break in a Night Stalker.
That's right.
Comes ready to stalk.
It's already stalked. That's one of them, when is it gonna be over? I got a percussion headache.
Man, I like this gun, man. This thing is sick.
I'm gonna load it up with some, because everybody says we never shoot any jacketed. Do you shoot any jacketed hollow points? No, so we're gonna load it up with some of those and see how she does. PPU, jacketed hollow point, 180 grain. I'm sure that it's not moving fast enough for some of you folk, because every single time we shoot a 10mm, it never fails. You didn't put the hot stuff through there. You know, you didn't put that buffalo bore, you know, what a knock out a freaking steel beam at 500 yards.
That's how they sound too.
We got what we got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
We got the PPU, 10mm, jacketed hollow point, 180 grain. I don't know how fast it's moving. Maybe we'll put it in the comments or something. But it's hollow point nonetheless. And we loaded us up some 40 cal.
Lawman
40 cal, because everyone always says, will she run 40 cal? And that's exactly how they sound.
It's this, yes.
So we're gonna get up on this hollow point. 80 rounds so far, no failures. Hope that doesn't change. Hope all goes well. Pray for me. It's cold out here and we're shooting a 10mm. what, that was a heck of a lot better shooting than the other stuff we were shooting.
I think because other stuff was sporadic. You'd get a dud and then you'd get a bazooka.
Trying to get up high on that pink right there. I tell you what, Trey, this thing has been a blast to shoot. I want Trey to shoot. I'm gonna shoot this one, and then I'm gonna shoot some of these 40 cals because I want Trey to shoot these 40 cals just to see what it feels like. I'm gonna shoot back here at 20 yards. Maybe I'm a long distance shooter. Man, that's a dead center. Center because it makes that right fuzz.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna let Trey get on a magazine here of the jacketed hollow point. You know, that hot buffalo board.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
Yeah. Shoot a couple 40 cals, but don't shoot them all.
You know what's crazy? We've put over 100 rounds through this gun. It's not even hot. Maybe my hands are numb.
That's true.
I don't know.
It is very cold out here.
That's not even hot, guy.
And the gun was cold, I'm sure. But
jacketed hollow point.
We're putting the hot stuff through it, though, man. You know, that stuff that take down bears, you know?
It's a bear killer.
I'm making fun because people always give us a hard time.
Well, some people really like bears.
Yeah, I'm a fan of bears.
That did. I'll agree with you.
Way better.
It didn't feel as
way
rough.
Better. Here,
Let me load up a 40.
Yeah, I did. So.
Oh, all right.
Don't shoot them all though, because I hadn't got to shoot any 40s. We'll load up another mag. No big deal.
Okay. We like shooting this gun. It's fun.
It is fun.
I like it.
Ton of fun.
Do you want me to help you clean up your pink?
Yeah, let's see if you can do that.
Right.
Let's see if you can clean that up.
I'm gonna go all housekeeping on your pink.
That 40 is so much more fun to shoot.
Oh, it really is. It's accurate no matter 10 or 40
here,
that it's shooting.
Here, load me up
a 40?
A 40.
I actually really like this gun. This thing's nice.
I mean, you know, anytime that I think my excitement level, I mean, I get excited about guns, sure, but I have $3,000 what?
One popped out.
I have $3,000 guns. I think the reason I get so excited is because of how cheap the gun is. And, you know, just performing the way that it has, you know?
Right.
It's just makes it all the more fun. Trey's being ginger. Here you go.
You got to make sure it's in there.
I suppose.
So you got some 40.
No, it's I guess where the ejection pattern here is. I don't know.
A little bit of finish.
It's not wearing the finish. It's just leaving like brass on it.
Yeah.
We'll see what it looks like when we get it cleaned up. That's always my concern, and I don't know why it should be. It shouldn't be because it's not going to affect how it performs. It does seem to be coming off though, so that's good. But is the finish like? A lot of Tauruses, they do real well, but then you see your finish, like the PSA dagger we had, the finish started coming off of it, you know, really
peeling.
Good gun.
Yeah.
But, you know, the finish is coming off, which means more than likely it's going to rust. But one of the things that, when my wife saw it, she said, man, that's sexy. That's her go-to phrase. And it is sexy, and I hope that the finish stays clean and true and doesn't flake off or anything. because I genuinely, and I mean this, as expensive as 10 millimeter is, I genuinely intend to run the piss out of this thing. I really want to see what it's about. It's very rare as a channel that we do that and we just run a gun and really see what she's about. And the more I've shot this today, the more fun it's been. So we had 40, let's see, it's 80s, had 120. After these 5 was 160 rounds. Some of that was hollow point, and then we put two magazines of
40.
So that's 160. It's about 170 rounds or so. Not a single issue out of this gun whatsoever. You put me one in the pipe, Nick.
You got one in the pipe.
One in the pipe.
Your safety's on.
I'll take your word for it. One in the pipe.
Uh-oh.
I wish I could do that cute thing that dude does where he
Yeah.
flips it up in the air.
One day we'll be able to do that.
I don't know what happened there. More than likely what happened is that I lost my grip because I was trying to shoot too fast. Probably not what happened. But
The no looker.
the TSA Night Stalker, 1000%. Go out, get you one of these. Every single gun that I've had from Tisas has been awesome. I don't have any complaints about it. I don't know, maybe it'll pick up on camera. You guys can see. I don't know if the ejection pattern, you see how just right in there? I don't know if the rounds are ejecting over the top or coming out of the side. Again, I didn't really pay that much attention. We'll kind of look at it. So I don't know if the rounds are hitting right there as they come back or if it's got a good ejection to the side. Don't really know. Sights seem secure. Sights are not walking. No sights flew off.
You tightened up those Allens on the grips.
Beretta APX. We had sights flying off. I ain't totally sure why that happened, but it did. Sights seem firm. No walking on the sights. We did have a little bit of looseness on the grip panels here, but typically when I clean my 1911s, I'll remove the grip panels and clean underneath them. And so when I do that, I'll put me a little bit of blue Loctite on there. It shouldn't happen again. I was able to get it tightened down. It hasn't moved again, so we should be good to go. I am excited about this. I promise you, when I get home tonight, my wife always asks me when we've been at the range, which one was your favorite gun? So far, it's definitely been this one. $500, can you believe that? You can buy a budget-friendly gun that's reliable, accurate, and that you will have fun with. You will find that in any Tisas 1911 that I've ever owned. Zero problems, about 170 so rounds, some hollow point, smorgasbord of stuff. And yes, we did put 2 magazines of Lawman 40 cal through it. Probably going to finish that off camera because it was so much fun. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, tell everyone where they can find the best down to earth blue collar reviews on YouTube, and be blessed.